Hello everyone and welcome to another Stellar Guitarist guitar tutorial. My name is Amber and in today's lesson I am going to be showing you how to play Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. Now this is a great song to learn as a beginner because we only have 4 chords and one straightforward strumming pattern. Plus, I'm also going to be showing you how to play that really catchy melody line that we hear at the very start of the song. Now for the basics of the song, you're going to need to have your guitar in standard tuning and we are not going to be needing a capo for the lesson today. So grab your guitar and let's jump into the lesson together. So let's start off by learning that intro riff. Now it is lots of fun to play once you get the hang of it. So we're going to be using 2 chord shapes in the majority of this intro riff. Now before we get stuck into learning it, I want us to take a moment to learn the 2 chord shapes that is going to be used in the majority of the riff. So chord shape number 1, we're going to first learn them in open position. So we have our first finger in the first fret on the first string, and then our second finger is going to be in the second fret on the second string. And this is going to be shape number 1. And we're going to strum those 2 strings at the same time. So this is shape number 1. Our second shape, we're going to keep our first finger in the first fret on the first string, and we're going to put our third finger into the third fret on the second string, and we're going to strum those 2 strings together. So I would suggest practicing moving back and forth, shifting positions from shape 1 into shape 2. So now that you know the shapes that are used in the riff, let's apply them to the song. Now a helpful tip here is to use your first finger, which is going to be anchored to the string, because remember when we were practicing the shapes, our first finger did not move. So we're going to use our first finger as a guide, and it's going to guide your eye as you move the shapes up and down the neck of the guitar. So let's first find out which of the frets is our first finger going to be played in. So the first fret is fret number 7. We're then going to go up to fret number 8, then to 10, and we're going to go back again. 8, 7. So you can already hear the song coming through there. So I would suggest practicing that a few times. 7, 8, 10, 8, 7. And if we look at the next section, it starts on the 12th fret, and it's going to be the same distance between each of the frets. So we're going to have 12, 13, 15, 13, 12. The third bar is going to go back and repeat what we learned in the first bar. 7, 8, 10, 8, 7. So now that we know where our first finger is going to be played, we can now start to build those chord shapes that we learned. So shape 1 is what we're going to be using first. When our first finger is in the 8th fret, we're going to have shape 2. And when our first finger is in the 10th fret, we're going to have shape 2 again. And then we just repeat that going backwards. And we're going to play the exact same thing up on the 12th fret. Shape 1, shape 2, shape 2, and then back. When we move into the third bar, we're going to repeat what we did in the first bar. And now for the final bar, we're going to be introducing a new shape. We're going to be taking our index finger and we're going to bar it across the 7th fret. We can bar it over 3 of the strings. And then our pinky is going to reach into the 10th fret on our B string. So we're going to pick the 2nd and 3rd strings together when we are barring and reaching with that pinky. We're then going to lift our pinky up off of the string and we're going to play the 7th fret that's being barred. We're then going to put our 2nd finger down into the 8th fret and then our pinky comes back down into the 10th. So the final bar is going to sound like this. Seven, 8, 10. And if playing a bar chord's difficult for you, you don't have to play the bar. You can just play 7th fret on your 3rd string and reach across with your pinky. And then bring your 1st finger down to play 7, 8, 10. So now we're going to put it all together and the intro riff is going to sound like this. Just remember to play it through twice at the very start of the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to play the riff in a loop and we're going to use a metronome to help us keep time, and we're going to set the metronome to 70 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if that riff is too difficult for you at the moment as a beginner, that's totally fine. You can still play the intro using chords. So the chords that we're going to need for the intro of the song are a G major, a C major, a G major again, and then to a D major. And we're going to play each of those chords with one strum and we're going to hold it out for 4 counts. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4 and G, 2, 3, 4 to D. And we repeat it again. 1, 2, 3, 4 to C, 2, 3, 4 and to G and to D. Next up, we have the chords that are used in the verse. Now up on the screen, you're going to see that top line of chords gets repeated 4 times in each of the verses. So the chords that we have in the verse are a G, to a C, to the G, and to the D. So you can see that those chords are the same chords that we used in the intro. Now, to just make the song sound a little bit more exciting and to push the song forward, we're going to be using a strumming pattern. And the strumming pattern we're going to use sounds like this: down, down, up, down, up. This is a syncopated pattern. 1, 2, and 4, and. Down, down, up, down, up. So the chords are going to sound like this. And we're going to repeat that 4 times in the verse. The second line of chords that we're going to need in the verse starts on a C, to a D, to a G, and to an E minor. And with a strumming pattern, it's going to sound like this. And the last line of chords that we're going to need in the verse starts on a C, to the D, to the G, and back to D again. And with our strumming pattern, it's going to sound like this. Moving on to learning verse 2 and verse 3, they are identical to verse 1, except at the very end of verse 2 and at the end of verse 3, we are going to be adding 2 bars of the D chord. But other than that, they are exactly the same. Now, if you're wanting some clarity on how all these different parts of the song are going to be working together, then make sure that you stay tuned, because at the end of the lesson, I will be doing a playthrough of the whole song. So make sure that you stick around and join me in that. Now, if you are feeling confused or frustrated on your guitar journey and you're wanting to be motivated, feel confident and inspired, then you seriously need to sign up for the Stellar Academy. Inside the program, you will receive a step-by-step roadmap on how you can become a confident guitar player in the fastest way possible. If you want to learn more about my awesome guitar program, the link is below this video, and I really hope that you sign up today. I cannot wait to welcome you into the program. Right, let's jump back into learning the song. The next section of the song that we're going to tackle today is the chorus. It's relatively straightforward and is going to be using a combination of all the chords that we have already learned today. We're also going to be using that strumming pattern for 1 round on each of the chords. So the chorus is going to sound like this. Starting on a G, a 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 rounds of the G at the end. And then the final section of the song that you're going to need to learn today is the break, which is where we have our bass guitar solo. This section is really straightforward and it's going to need us to do 1 down strum on each of the chords up on the screen. So the break is going to sound like this. Starting on the G, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 to C, 2, 3, 4, and to G, and to D. So there you have it, everyone. Those are the main parts of the song. So make sure you have your guitar at the ready and join me for a full playthrough of the song coming up next. Starting on that G, here we go. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rain came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts thumping, and you, brown-eyed girl, you're my brown-eyed girl. And whatever happens to Tuesdays and so slow, going down the old mine with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, la-la-ti-da, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-ti-da, la-ti-da. So hard to find my way now that I'm all on my own. I saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-ti-da, 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 sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-ti-da. So that is how you play Brown-Eyed Girl on the guitar. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and for jamming along. I really hope that you enjoyed the lesson. If you did, it would really help me out. Give me a like and please subscribe to my channel. All your support really helps me out and it allows me to continue making guitar tutorials just like this one for you every single week. I hope to see you in next week's tutorial. Don't forget to comment below and say hello. I love meeting all of the people who tune in and watch my lessons every week. Until next week, I'll see you then. Have a great day. Bye.